Students, before this we have discussed what capital is required for the farming. In this we have seen how small farmers obtain the capital as well as how medium and big farmers get the capital. Now here is fill in the blanks for you, the story so far. You have to read this story and you have to fill the blanks. Yes, all things are that only which we have already discussed. So, no need to talk about these again. It is a homework for you all. Now, here see till here this is the fill in the blanks. Now, seventh one, sale of surplus farm products. Let us suppose that the farmers have produced wheat on their lands using the three factors of production. So, let us suppose that farmers have produced the wheat on their land using the three main factors of the production, that is the land, labor as well as the capital. Now, the wheat is harvested and produced, production is complete. After the harvesting of the wheat, production process will be over. What do the farmers do with the wheat? Now it is a question. The farmer which is being cultivated, what is done by that? By the farmers. They retain a part of the wheat for the family's consumption and sell the surplus wheat. These farmers, after production of the wheat, they kept some amount for their family's consumption, and what is the surplus amount? Means extra amount of the wheat that is sold by them. Small farmers like Savita and Govind's son have little surplus wheat because their total production is small, and from this a substantial share is kept for their own family needs. Now, in case of the small farmers like the Savita and the son of the Govinds, as they have very little surplus wheat. Why? Because they have very small area of the land, and on that small area of the land very less production is there. That is why the production which is being made by them, that is so much less that they kept for the need of their family in the bad time. So, it is the medium and large farmers who supply wheat to the market. So, there is not any role of the small farmers, because small farmers anyhow get that much production only which is required for their family members. So, it is the medium and the large farmers only who supply the wheat to the market. In the picture 1.1, you can see the bullock carts streaming into the market, each carrying loads of wheat. In picture 1.1, we can see the bullock cart which are going towards the market carrying the loads of the wheat. See here, it is that figure is given in the starting of the chapter. See, this is wheat. I am showing you all. See here, this is figure 1.1. In this we can easily see that one farmer is carrying the load of the wheat on the bullock cart, and the farmer is carrying the same thing on the tractor. Now, so in the picture 1.1, this we have discussed. The traders at the market buy the wheat and sell it further to shopkeepers in the towns and cities. Now, the traders which are in the market, they purchase this wheat from the farmers and they sell that wheat to the shopkeepers which are in the town or in the cities. Now, Tejpal Singh, the large farmer, has a surplus of 350 quintals of wheat from all his land. As we have discussed the story of the Savita, in that story we have seen that Tejpal Singh, who was a big landowner, so he is a large farmer, and this Tejpal Singh get a surplus of 350 quintals of the wheat from his land. He sells the surplus wheat at the Raiganj market and has good earning. Tejpal Singh sell that surplus amount of the wheat in the Raiganj market, and by the selling of the wheat he get the good money. What does Tejpal Singh do with his earning? Now this is a question, that what will be done by the Tejpal Singh by that money? Last year Tejpal Singh had put most of the money in his bank account. Last year, means previous year, Tejpal Singh sold the wheat, and maximum money which he got from selling the wheat, that money he put in his bank account. Later he used the saving for lending to farmers like Savita, who were in need of a loan. Later on, the money which is deposited by the Tejpal Singh in the bank account, by that money he give small loans to the Savita and other poor people who are in the need of the loan. He also used the savings to arrange for the working capital for farming in the next season. He also kept some amount, and by that amount he can arrange the working capital which will be required for the next season in the farming. This year Tejpal Singh plans to use his earnings to buy another tractor. So see, one tractor he is having, and by his earning he is thinking that he will purchase one more tractor. Another tractor would increase his fixed capital. When he will purchase the another tractor, his fixed capital will be increased. Like Tejpal Singh, other large and medium farmers sell the surplus farm products. Like Tejpal Singh, other large and medium farmers are also there, who sell their surplus farm product into the market. A part of the earning is saved and kept for buying capital for the next season. So some amount which is earned by these farmers by selling their wheat, they save some amount of that money, and by that money they buy the capital which will be required for the next season for the harvesting. Thus they are able to arrange for the capital for farming from their own saving. So here we can see that large and medium farmers are able to arrange the capital for the farming from their own savings. Some farmers might also use the savings to buy cattle, trucks, or to set up shops. Some farmers use this money either to purchase any cattle, buffalo or the cow, or truck, or they set up any shops. As we shall see, these constitute the capital for non-farm activities. So this purchasing of the cattle, truck, or setting up of the shop, these all are the non-farm activities. So tomorrow we shall discuss about the non-farm activities.